Speak up to save our planet. Billie Eilish urges ahead of 26 Colombian pesos. Music star Billie Eilish joined forces with scientists from the group Arctic Base Camp on Tuesday, calling on world leaders to stand together and take urgent action at the 26 Colombian pesos climate summit next week. The singer recorded a video message with The Office actor Rainn Wilson, explorer Levison Wood and Robert Irwin, son of the late Australian conservationist Steve Irwin, also lending their voices to the project in conjunction with Britain's University of Exeter. The Global Climate Summit, hosted by British Prime Minister Boris Johnson, kicks off in Glasgow on Oct. 31. This year our leaders are deciding the global actions required on the environment climate emergency in a critical decade for our planet, Eilish said. We must stand together and speak up to save our planet, not just for us, but for our future generations, and we need urgent action now and to work together as one. Britain has cast the summit as the last big chance for countries to commit to steps to slow rising temperatures. Courage, that's what our world's leaders need more than anything. The decisions that they make about the climate crisis in the next decade are the most important decisions in our planet's history, Wilson said. Arctic Base Camp was founded by Gail Whiteman, a social scientist who studies how decision makers make sense of environmental threats such as climate change. The group has set up a tent camp for scientists at the World Economic Forum in Davos and will be attending the 26 Colombian pesos summit. This is a crisis and the Arctic is sounding the alarm. It is time that world leaders come together to create real change that ensures a safe future for humanity, Whiteman said in a statement. Investigators recover ammunition from Baldwin movie shooting scene. Detectives recovered what they described as loose and boxed ammunition from the Western movie set where actor Alec Baldwin accidentally shot and killed a cinematographer, according to an inventory of seized items that was released on Monday. Authorities did not say what type of ammunition they removed from the set of Rust and whether it included live or dummy bullets or blank cartridges. The items included 2 boxes of ammo, loose ammo and boxes as well as a fanny pack W ammo. One of the central mysteries about the killing of cinematographer Helena Hutchins remains what kind of projectile was fired from the gun and how it got there. Investigators hope a forensic analysis of ballistic evidence will shed light on those questions, Juan Rios, spokesman for the Santa Fe Sheriff's Department, said on Monday. This is a complicated case, he said. In another revelation, a production company said the assistant director who handed Baldwin the gun and told him it was unloaded had been fired from an earlier movie over a mishap with a gun. Production company Rocket Soul said Dave Halls was removed from the set of the independent movie Freedom's Path in 2019 after a crew member incurred a minor and temporary injury when a prop gun was unexpectedly discharged. Halls could not be reached for comment. Hutchins, 42, was killed and director Joel Souza, 48, was injured when a revolver that Baldwin was using during rehearsal discharged. The actor had been told the gun was not loaded, according to court documents. The inventory list, filed in Santa Fe County Magistrate Court, showed investigators also had recovered 3 black revolvers, spent casings, a gun belt and other items. The accident happened on the set of Rust at the Bonanza Creek Ranch near Santa Fe on Thursday. Rios said investigators had interviewed Hannah Gutierrez, 24, who was responsible for the safety of weapons on the set, but gave no details. Gutierrez has not spoken publicly, and Reuters has not been able to reach her. Baldwin, the director and others have also been interviewed but no charges have been brought. Before the incident, camera operators had walked off the set to protest working conditions, according to a sheriff's department affidavit. The probe into the shooting is examining information beyond what happened that day, Rios said. Investigators are looking at everything that should have been followed, from safety standards on down, Rios said. The Santa Fe County Sheriff and the local district attorney are scheduled to speak about the case at a news conference on Wednesday. Rios said it would take time for authorities to draw conclusions about what happened. In her first public statements about the incident, Baldwin's wife, Hilaria, said on Monday that it's impossible to express the shock and heartache of such a tragic accident. My heart is with Helena, her husband, her son, their family and loved ones, and my Alec, she wrote on Instagram. Amanda Seyfried tackles postpartum depression in new film. Hollywood actor Amanda Seyfried has gone to great lengths to see her new movie A Mouthful of Air about postpartum depression hit the cinemas. Based on the 2003 book of the same name by Amy Koppelman, who wrote about her own experience. The film came to fruition after Koppelman heard a woman talking on the radio about having the condition. She then reached out to Seyfried to see if they could make a film to shed light on it. Seyfried and Koppelman managed to secure funding for the film. But when it went into production, Seyfried realized she had another obstacle to overcome. I had to look a lot of my own mental illness in the eye. I suffer from OCD and panic attacks, she said. I had to portray that on screen and that was tricky, but I could do it. I felt I was safe with Amy to go there and not be suffering while I went there. According to a study by the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, about 1 in 8 women suffered depressive symptoms during the postpartum period in 2018. After a fruitless search for a director, Koppelman took the helm of the project despite having no filming experience. Because of her understanding of the condition, Koppelman told Reuters via Zoom, "I hope that it lets women, whether they're depressed or not depressed, feel like sometimes in playgroup, they can say I'm terrified." The film was picked up for distribution by Sony Pictures and will be released on Oct. 29. Seyfried said she was lucky to have had a team of people to help her through her suffering, and wants more to be done to tackle postpartum depression. It's going to help the audience understand what a woman's going through when she has a baby, when she has postpartum depression, when there's trauma, all the issues that people are afraid to discuss. It's still stigmatized. Why? She said.